Hello everyone, welcome to a new Evolution video. Before we get into it, please make sure to subscribe for more videos, and don't forget to smash that like button. 1989, Prince of Persia. Designed and implemented for the Apple II. Taking place in medieval Persia, players control an unnamed protagonist who must venture through a series of dungeons. The main objective of the player is to lead the unnamed protagonist out of dungeons and into a tower before time runs out. This cannot be done without bypassing traps and fighting hostile swordsmen. (1993) Prince of Persia: The Shadow and the Flame. It is a platform game released on 1993 as the sequel to the first game. Similar to the first Prince of Persia, the character explores various deadly areas by running, jumping, crawling, avoiding traps, solving puzzles and drinking magic potions. 1999, Prince of Persia 3D. Developed and published for Microsoft Windows and Dreamcast. The player controls the main protagonist, an unnamed prince from a kingdom in Persia, through 15 levels. Environments are seen through a fixed third-person view which tracks with the character's movements. 2002, Prince of Persia: Harem Adventures. It is a mobile game port of Prince of Persia. The gameplay is very similar to the original Prince of Persia game. However, there isn't a timer that runs down, instead there is a times that ticks up, for the purpose of comparing the completion time after the level ends. 2003, Prince of Persia: The Sands of Time. It was released across Game Boy Advance, PlayStation 2, GameCube, Xbox and Microsoft Windows. The Sands of Time is a reboot of the Prince of Persia series. The player controls the main protagonist, an unnamed prince from a kingdom in Persia. Environments are seen through a controllable third-person view. 2004, Prince of Persia: Warrior Within. It is a sequel to the Sands of Time. Much as its predecessor, Warrior Within is a 3D platformer centered on exploration and melee combat. As in the prequel, the level design revolves around navigating treacherous environments with parkour and free-running styled moves. 2005, Prince of Persia: Revelations. A port of Warrior Within was renamed as Prince of Persia Revelations, and was released for PlayStation Portable. It extended the epic adventure of Warrior Within. The port includes additional content including new areas not available in the original release. 2005, Battles of Prince of Persia. It is a game for the Nintendo DS handheld console in which the player takes the role of different characters from the Prince of Persia world. It is a turn-based tactics game combined with collectible card game elements. The game involves a variety of playing cards which are characterized by a picture and a number, providing the card with its uses. 2005, Prince of Persia: The Two Thrones. It was released for PlayStation 2, GameCube, Microsoft Windows, Xbox and Java. The game combines exploration and combat. Both elements make use of the prince's acrobatic capability and agility. Throughout much of the game, the player must attempt to traverse the palace by running across walls, avoiding traps, climbing structures, solving puzzles and using discovered objects to progress. 2007, Prince of Persia: Rival Swords. Developed and published for the PlayStation Portable and Nintendo Wii. Rival Swords is a direct port of Prince of Persia: The Two Thrones. The game creates an epic experience by combining two playable characters in gameplay that mixes combat, platforming, puzzles and a compelling storyline. 2007, Prince of Persia Classic. It is a remake of Prince of Persia. The game was released for Xbox 360 and PlayStation 3. The visual style has been upgraded to resemble Prince of Persia: The Sands of Time, and the prince himself has acquired some additional moves, such as the ability to roll, backflip, wall jump and stop time briefly during combat. 2008, Prince of Persia: The Fallen King. The game was released for the Nintendo DS as a spin-off of Prince of Persia. The main objective of the game is to collect 4 pieces to a magical seal which will banish the evil god Arabian from the region. The Nintendo DS stylus is used to maneuver the prince, to do acrobatic moves, in combat, and to use Zal's magic. 2008, Prince of Persia: The game was released for PlayStation 3, Xbox 360, Windows and for mobile phones that runs on the Java platform. It revolves around an acrobatic hero exploring a Persian environment with a balanced mixture of acrobatics, combat, and puzzle solving. The player travels around the game world to heal specially designated spots of land. (2010) Prince of Persia Trilogy. Digitally enhanced HD and 3D graphics heighten the experience of adventure and improve overall gameplay. Included are the Sands of Time, Warrior Within and the Two Thrones. (2010) Prince of Persia Retro. Prince of Persia Retro is a pixel-perfect port of the 1989 original for iPhone and iPad. Your goal is to escape the dungeon within an hour in order to stop the evil vizier from marrying the princess. (2010) Prince of Persia, Warrior Within. Released on 2010 for iOS. The game comes with a new, darker look for the prince and his surroundings. The fights are more brutal and take a larger part in the game, as the prince now has enhanced fighting moves including new attack moves via walls and poles. (2010) Prince of Persia, The Forgotten Sands. The games mark a return to the storyline started by Prince of Persia, The Sands of Time. This game is available on all major gaming platforms and features many of the different elements from the original series as well as new gameplay innovations. The biggest new feature is the addition of elemental powers, which behave as power-ups. (2012) Prince of Persia Classic HD. This is an HD remake of one of the most famous games in the history of the medium, with revised graphics and touchscreen controls that make it feel like a new experience. The controls are much improved, and the classic environments have been lovingly enhanced. (2013) Prince of Persia 2, The Shadow and the Flame. It was the remake of the 1993 game made for iOS and Android mobile devices. Gameplay is severely changed from the original game. Level layouts are also redesigned. There are new enemies, and their behavior is also altered. (2018) Prince of Persia Escape. It is a mobile game for Android and iOS. This game harkens back to the original Prince of Persia released on 1989 for the Apple II. It is a runner game made up of different levels, and the player can customize the protagonist with outfits from past games. 2022 Prince of Persia, Sands of Time Remake. Experience the classic tale in this full-scale remake for a new generation. It is scheduled to release for Windows, PlayStation 4 and Xbox. Camera, controls, and combat have been completely rebuilt and updated for today's standards. So there we have it guys. Be sure to smash the like button and subscribe. Thanks for watching and see you next time.